coming down and everything's getting back to normal again. That's right now in Gaza for Ramadan.
Are you saying, did you say you got the numbers from Kogat? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Yes. And I want to address something that Kevin said.
But, 1 second, but the Kogat numbers are not, are not like accepted like internationally. They're like taken to be like.
What do you mean not accepted?
That's like
they're the ones
delivering the
ministry unit, right?
Gary, those are the ones. This is the unit that actually delivers the trucks. Not only this, as I told you, if you go to their, for example, to their Twitter, they also take videos.
So I'll just show
of the
like
trucks
Britney Spears has the.
So if you don't want to believe nothing and say because there are Israelis that are facilitating it, but I want to address something that Kevin said before. I think part of the problem with all this atrocity propaganda, genocide, starvation, is when people are actually starving right now in the world. As we said, Yemen, every 10 minutes, a child in Yemen dies from lack of food. The world doesn't give a fuck because everybody's focused on this complete accusations about Gaza, while actually, let me finish my point, while actually ignoring people that are parroting those blood libel allegations don't really care about the children, because if they did, then they will be screaming right now. Let's say the ceasefire, they have like hundreds of food going in. Why are you not shouting for the children of Yemen? Because it's not about the starvation, it's about spreading blood libel, and you know who's paying for it? The people of Yemen, the people of Gaza, those are the people that are paying for your games.
It's like a big beef. We'd have to get
rolls.
It's like a big burger with all sorts of
Big beef burrito. There are 1,500 water distribution points operating across Gaza, by the way. I'm reading from the UN report right now.
What?
1,500 water distribution points operating across Gaza. 250,000 children and pregnant women and breastfeeding mothers receiving nutritional supplements. 150,000 children receiving warm clothing. 1,000 UNICEF trucks in the past month. So, I mean, it looks like the entire world is flooding the zone with humanitarian aid right now. And by the way, Israel's offered to extend the ceasefire, and Hamas is saying no. And the amount of aid that goes in increases during the ceasefire.
Gary. I want to respond to like else. So like just to be clear, like the what was it? The Kogat's data that's provided is like insufficient by the estimates of like Amnesty International. By who else? 1 second.
I don't know what authority they have.
International analysis, and by the United Nations.
Okay, which part of the United Nations is inaccurate?
By the estimates of the IPC, the Integrated Food Security Phase Classification, which is a United Nations classifications, which was used to calculate the 62,000 number, which you tried to dispute by appealing to like the Colgate numbers.
So what? Well, no, I'm not disputing. I'm giving you the facts of the food delivery. What number do they dispute? What number do they dispute?
No. I'm saying that if you go by the Colgate numbers, the numbers estimated by the IPC would make any sense.
What number do you dispute, sir? If any.
I'm saying if you look at the Colgate numbers and their impressive estimates. Now I'm not saying specific ones. I'm saying the Colgate provided data on aid delivered to the Gaza organizations.
Okay, and which number do you dispute?
If they were as impressive as the calculations you're making now,
I'm not making impressive calculations. I'm reporting the numbers.
So you're saying, hold on. Are you saying that the numbers that you gave, when you were like citing the tons earlier, I'm saying that's compatible with 70,000 dead from like starvation?
No, but you're talking about estimates on calculation, not about facts. And all that is actual facts.
I want Elle to give me a yes or no on that question. I don't want Daniel to
jump in.
I don't care what you want. There's a difference between an estimation and numbers.
I want you to tell me anything.
You're not the only one in the room, Gary. You're not the only one in the room, and you're not determining.
How come Gary?
Like, why do you think he can close the conversation?
I can answer his thing. I'm claiming that the figure of well over half a ton, we're actually closer to 0.6 tons of food for every man, woman, and child in Gaza is a strong refutation of the claims that anybody has died of starvation, especially along with that.
And which number did you just give?
Distribution points, the fact that the markets are full of
when you're
food
saying,
for iftar.
okay, thank you. When you're saying, sorry, when you're saying that that's a strong refutation, you're saying that's inconsistent with, and that's a claim that I'm making.
No,
If
not
that is the
inconsistent.
case,
I'm saying it's a refutation. Now, I can't account
it's
for the fact that Hamas steals the
that it
food.
is inconsistent with. But when
No,
you're talking
no,
about
much stronger than inconsistent. Refutation is much stronger than inconsistent.
I don't think you understand what inconsistent means, but never mind.
I'm pretty good at English. In fact, I get a lot of practice.
One guy who speaks English.
I don't think you know what inconsistent means.
I do. I'm making a much stronger claim. I'm not just saying inconsistent. I'm saying reputation.
Yeah, I don't think you understand either what.
Why are you attacking my reputation?
No, your reputation.
El,
Yeah. No, I'm very good with
If it's the
English.
case, look, because you're confused, let's use your term. If it's a refutation,
Yes.
that means that the IPC, appealing to the IPC to calculate a number of 62,000 deaths by starvation is incompatible
It's
with the
false.
COGAT. Why is it the case that we should go by the COGAT number instead of the United Nations?
It's not an
Because they're the
accurate
ones
number.
delivering the
This is
food.
estimation. This is like calculation. Someone sitting in an office.
Food, not the United Nations. isn't
Exactly.
delivering it. They don't have a way.
You're talking about-
What does your IPC stand for? Because I want to look it up. What does that stand for? International
Oh, I
something.
tell you, it's the Integrated Food Security Phase Classification.
Okay, and that comes under what aspect of the United Nations?
It's a metric the United Nations invented for like calculating like famine deaths.
Integrated food security. Oh, it's coming right up. Okay, so all right now, how did you get this IPC number?
I didn't get that number. What that number was like 99 doctors from the United States reported that directly in a letter sent to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. These are 99 healthcare workers who were working directly in Gaza from October 23. Using that system, they estimated that 62,000 died from purely from starvation. Using
They
the United
estimated. So they
Using
didn't.
the United using the United Nations own like metric system.
62,000.
So they have no personal experience of this.
They were working down there in the Gaza Strip. I don't know what you mean.
I just want to say something
You
about
said they
those
made an
doctors.
estimate, so they didn't.
No more. Listen, this is something that you need to know.
They
Those
can be on the
doctors,
ground and have personal
those
experience.
doctors don't have a.
Sorry, Danny, say that again.
They came with an organization called MAP, which is Medical Aid for Palestinians. If you want to know like their bias, I can give you now examples of like a huge list of not only their connection to terrorism, but their anti-Israel bias. So to use them as a third party that is independent is disingenuous. I urge you, I will also put now in the chat, if anyone is interested to know who MAP are and what they stand for.
Okay.
So I think what they did was just disgrace the profession of doctors.
I mean, I'm seeing this letter on the World Socialist website. I don't. Could you read me the line from the letter that says about this starvation? Could you read us the whole room what it says there? I'm looking at this letter.
In the letter, they estimated around 62,000 died from starvation.
Could you read the line that says that? I'm looking
I don't
at
have
the letter
like the
now.
letter and the verbatim quotations of what they said in front of me. I mean, I could probably find it. I don't have it in front of me.
I just Googled letter to Joe Biden from open letter to the White House by 99 healthcare workers documenting the crimes in Gaza. That's what I'm reading from. So I'm going line by line.
Hold on, I'm confused. So 62,000 people died from starvation? Is what he said?
That's what somebody's claiming. And then I
Okay,
said,
so then how many died from bombs? And I don't get it. So nobody was actually killed.
That will fall on direct deaths, just like indirect deaths. The numbers like estimated by like the officially from
So
Palestine.
a
Those are like
bomb
for
dropped.
Maybe.
They died because
This is a letter from the 26th of February 2024 by MAP, which is again Medical Aid for Palestinians, a very biased organization with connection to terrorism. And I put the link in the chat with all
Daniel, I agree with you, but
with
no,
all
don't make
links to all sources
Sir,
why they are not to be trusted.
You
And
misread this letter. I'm looking at the letter now. I can read it to you.
No, I have a letter. It says urgent action needed to prevent starvation in Gaza. ILC and MAP call
What's the
for an
letter to
immediate
the White House?
ceasefire and scale up of aid.
Yeah,
I have another
just
one.
to be
It
clear,
is impossible to let it say.
Matt,
It is impossible
hold
to
on.
let
I
it
want to make a point. Map is for like peace and like a ceasefire. Kogan is literally part of the IDF. So like if you want to
are the people delivering the aid? I'm not sure, and they count every truck. Here's what the letter says.
Is Kogan part of the IDF or not?
Here is what the letter says. It is impossible.
No. I'm just
Hang on.
asking.
I understand you have a lot of questions. Hang on to one. It is impossible to accurately estimate how many Palestinians in Gaza have died since October 7th. This is the letter that you are citing, sir.
Yeah, but how is that incompatible with the claim that I'm making?
Well, because it used with the known violent deaths, the estimated 10,000 people buried under the rubble and certainly dead, a conservative estimate of 62,413 deaths from malnutrition and disease, and a conservative estimate of 5,000 deaths of patients with chronic diseases. We estimate that the current death toll is at least 118,908. This is an absurd claim.
And I just want to say, the letter is based on a IPC report. Hold on. Let me give you this.
Absurd? Sorry, Al. Was that absurd?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I will help you out. The letter was sent with the projection from the 24th of November until the 7th. The projection until 7th of February 2024. So meaning that by now we should be able to know if their projection was accurate or, drum rolls, completely made out of nothing. Okay? Because if by now you still don't have the number of even one person that starved out of lack of food, then maybe the estimation was based on whatever.
Wait, that doesn't follow.
The letter says it is impossible to estimate the number of deaths of
Yeah, it is impossible. It is
Okay, so then any claim that comes after it is impossible.
You don't understand what impossible means. That's the fucking problem.
No,
you fucking idiot.
Impossible, you fucking moron.
It's gonna be impossible to...
Gary, go ahead.
It is impossible to know the exact number. You can still give estimates.
It is impossible to estimate the number. That's what
it is
said.
impossible. The exact number of how many
No, estimation. He said, not
it's
accurate.
impossible to estimate the number, not the exact
Guys,
number.
it's so funny that you debunk.
Do you think the same? Do you think
It's so funny that you debunk all your claims, but you still don't continue.
Look.
This is the letter you're citing.
It is going to be impossible to give you the exact number.
That's not what it says.
Still possible.
Not exact.
Do you think they're well, 1 second, L. Do you think these people are contradicting themselves in the span of 2 sentences?
Yes, I do.
Are they
I
just
just
like a
read it to you.
fucking retard? You're just like a fucking retard, dude.
Well,
You
that's
don't
not
understand.
an argument. Retard is not an argument.
If they would say 2 million, would you believe?
You have no notion of like charitable interpretation.
You have no notion of critical thinking.
I have
The
a
fact that
notion of
someone wrote a
bullshit.
number on a piece of
Can I
paper.
offer a different alternative view?
I have a notion of bullshit.
I'm gonna say something different.
You think these people are saying in one breath it is impossible to calculate, but here's a calculation. That's what
This is the problem with lying.
Yeah, I do.
This is the problem
Here
with
is the
lying.
real problem.
I just read it to you.
This is the problem when you make
I'm
up
telling
lies.
you. I'm
You
telling you.
contradict
I'm
yourself.
telling you.
Gary,
Ranty, did you want to say something?
Yes,
I must take the microphone. No.
Oh, sorry.
Quiet,
I was talking quiet.
Is listening
I'm
is
sorry,
loud.
I'm talking too much. But sometimes when you make too much mess, I must take the microphone to himself. Now listen. This is what's happened tonight in this room. Is all my fantasy. Me and Noah and all these people in the room. Really, each one of you, I want to hug and say thank you for coming to my room and trying to speak, even that I know that it's very, very difficult, both sides. The Israelis say those are terrorists, Palestinians says we genocide, we take their lands, they are 75 years under occupation. I think both sides have to listen. what's happened tonight in this room. Maybe only one time I removed Aziz from the. That's the only thing I did. If somebody don't respect me in my room, all the rest of the rooms I've been throwing out, blocking me. So in my room, not to let me speak. This is too much. Yes. If you come here at least, and when I'm taking the microphone, you give me a respect. And what happens tonight, this is a respect. Look how many people there are in this room. I feel like if this happened every day, and it was very nice. I hear both sides. I'm just listening, that's all. The one who really runs the room is Noah. Noah, I find I don't want to say I want to get divorced tomorrow and marry her, but I like her a lot. And she did a very good job, and I just offer in all the people who are resistant, the Prince, the Daniel, the El Moro. It was nice. It can be nice. Or you can make it awful and argument and fighting. Make it nice. Make it nice. The argument can be nice. That you are shouting and yelling and cursing. The only one I agree to curse is Shuki. Shuki is the only one who can come and curse me. Only me. But it's okay. It's okay to curse a little bit, to shout a little bit. Learn to listen. I mute myself. And Noah, thank you for everything.
Thank you. Randy, can you?
I think she's too young for you, Amos. I think I'm a better match. I'm
also not kosher, Amos.
It's ODB on the title. And Noah put it off. Noah, you know what is ODB?
DOB.
No.
ODB.
Old dirty bastard?
You hear all the room, the only Noah don't know what is it.
What does it mean?
ODB is
Don't want to know.
Old dirty bastard is ODB. And I'm not even kidding.
That's right.
That's me, Noah. I'm become old. I'm 30 in my mind.
Oh, he was a rapper from the Wu-Tang Clan, a famous rapper.
People talk a lot of the rubbish about me. It's okay. About me, you can say everything.
Okay, guys, let's continue. Randy.
I also put a research in, if anyone is interested, about the supplied food that is exceeded the need. If anyone is interested in facts and not just like feelings, then you have it in the chat. You can use it to make up your mind.
So the food are exceeding in Gaza, so we shouldn't stop more food to flood into Gaza to prevent the obesity problem, right, Daniel?
Well, they have enough for a couple months for sure.
We should just not spread bullshit, blood libel, because it helps no one. It doesn't help the Israelis, it doesn't help the Palestinians, it doesn't help the Yemenis. Like, let's go back to reality. Let's not make up, all those bullshit claims, genocide, salvation, ethnic cleansing. It helps no one.
Focus on the food. Focus on the food. Are you saying there's an influx of food in Gaza now?
Yes, there's a massive influx of food. Over half a ton per person.
Who else? Okay, Daniel says that El Normo's opinion is irrelevant.
0.6
Did anyone else believe in that?
Listen, facts are not democratically elected, okay?
I understand, but anyone
So it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. You need to look at the facts, or you can debate the facts. Doing an election of who agrees that the Earth is flat is different.
Don't get triggered. I understand. You believe in that fact in El Normo, which is opinion is irrelevant. Is anyone else that they
Well,
believe?
I'm not believing in the fact. I'm reporting the fact.
Yeah. I mean, anyone else reporting this fact?
Well, hang on a second, Puria. I'm reporting the fact.
Why do you
from the
use
people
the
that deliver the
5
aid.
years old baby boy's name?
Well, that's the name you use. That's your
No,
name.
never. That's the baby boy's name.
No, I'm sorry. That's the name you
notorious
said.
name used for pedophilia, but that's a different topic.
Oh, wait, no, that's not a name of a child. That's that's an Iranian name.
No, that's a pedophilia name. But anyway,
hang on.
I don't understand.
You're an Iranian agent.
It seems that
your
it's
name,
okay to be pedophile.
wait a second.
Wow.
You're an Iranian agent.
Okay, guys.
And someone is
Let's focus
And
on
your
the
name is
famine.
Puria. I
Let's
use
focus on
your
the
name.
famine.
Wow.
Do you deny your name, sir?
This guy is using the pedophilia, he thinks it's okay.
What does that mean? It's pedophilia. Your name is not pedophilia.
You already been educated. I'm not here to entertain
Your
you.
name is not pedophilia. You're lying to the room.
You're derating, guys.
Anyone agree about the influx of food in Gaza, apart from Daniel?
Someone make a statement if you have, like the stupid poll. Like, do you have the facts? Share the facts with us.
It is so stupid to even suggest.
Let's vote on whether Thorin is a pedophile. Let's raise your hand. Hang on a second, Gloria.
Okay.
Hang on. Let's raise your hand if you think Gloria is a pedophile.
Dealing with the malnutrition and the problem in the food, and literally, you have been accused of genocide because of the malnutrition. I mean, the whole reason that Netanyahu
Okay, sorry.
is because of the starvation of the. We just proved it. Let's move on. In Gaza, and now you're telling me that there's
I don't even know why his parents go in there.
Yes, there is an influx in food, and there's 0 people that died in Gaza from lack of food. The only people that are starving in Gaza are the Israeli hostages. Facts.
Yep. Sorry, you open up rooms. Sorry, do you speak about Yemen? Do you speak about the children of Yemen? Do you have a camera?
You're derailing.
No, he doesn't. He's
Soren.
Yeah, tell me.
I agree with you, but can you provide evidence?
Can I?
Noah, why do you agree with him if you don't have facts?
I'm just trying to de-escalate.
Hold on, she asked him a great question.
I just want to comment on the study Daniel posted, by the way.
Hold on. Noah asked him a great question. Soren, provide evidence. Don't say there's a bunch.
Do you want the evidence? Do you want the evidence?
Prove.
Do you want the evidence?
Prove that it's
Do you
factual.
want the evidence?
Absolutely.
Yes or no?
Please.
Yes.
Google it. Google.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
In other words, you have no evidence. Okay. You've admitted it now.
Google it.
Now, do you want to talk about
for you? Google it.
Do you want to talk about the
charges
charges
of
of pedophilia? So if you have evidence, submit it.
Hey, does human rights watch count or no?
Okay.
Human rights watch.
How is it going to be charges of pedophilia against you, Boria? Did you beat them, or
No,
are you going to go to jail?
No,
The name Korea is of Persian origin, primarily associated with Iran. It's a masculine name.
I just want to
Human Rights Watch, Amnesty, whatever. At the end, what we need to look at the report.
Let's hear from Gary.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, Daniel, what he posted is kind of like useless if we didn't make progress on the previous conversation. What he posted is like a study from the Israeli Journal of Health Policy Research, and the problem with the study that he posted is like it completely depends on the Colgate data, which was the one thing I was disputing earlier.
How did you dispute the Colgate data? And basically, I'm saying that the research that is based on data is false, but research that is based on estimations and like fantasies is correct, based on no data. Makes sense, dude.
All studies that draws conclusion from data is gonna involve inferences. That's what we call
No, but we're
speculation.
not talking about inferences. We are talking about actual trucks, dude. We're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4 trucks. We can weight them. It's not estimation. It's actual items that go into Gaza Strip.
Who does the weighting? Who weights this? Who does those calculations?
Israel. So you're saying basically that Israel is not reliable. So I would ask you, that's amazing. So I'm telling you, great, that's fine. So if you hold this position, why do you believe an organization that is called Medicals for Palestinians? Why do you believe them? No, tell me, why do you believe Medicals for Palestinians? They're obviously biased.
Daniel, you need to like calm down.
Calm down, buddy.
Oh, shut the fuck up!
Daniel, you asked for the evidence. You asked for the evidence. I provided the evidence, baby boy.
What evidence?
Baby boy. Stop yelling.
The problem that's being done
Stop
here.
talking about baby boys in this room, Poria.
All I'm talking about is baby boy.
Let Gary finish.
We don't do that in the
Let Gary.
You've been to pedophile. You piece of
Let
shit.
Gary finish. Let Gary finish.
Yeah, so let's just like recapitulate the whole dialectic. what was provided earlier was a inference done by 99 doctors who's been in the ground in the Gaza Strip, who sent a letter to the Biden administrations based on what they've experienced on the ground in Gaza and their estimation using the United Nations own metric. They've calculated a number of 62,000 deaths from famine. What L threw against
Actually, they said malnutrition.
Shut your mouth, Laura. Let the guy
Quiet, baby boy.
Shut your filthy mouth, you Zionist pedophile.
Quiet, baby boy.
I don't know why everybody.
Guys, don't be uncivilized.
When I look, I know it's like hard for Israel. I know it's hard for you guys to be civilized, but let me finish and then you guys can speak.
Everyone's being uncivilized.
Go fuck yourself and go fuck yourself one more time.
Don't get upset.
Stop being a Jew hater. Stop spreading your hate. Enough.
Gary, finish your point.
Okay, you have to relax, Daniel. Okay, look, the point that I appealed to several data. It's not just from day one, several, and one of them was the 99 doctors who were on the ground who used United Nations own metric, the IPC, to calculate 62,000 deaths. What was
They did
appealed
not
to?
do this. I'm sorry. They did not
No,
use
please
this
don't
method.
talk to him until he's
You fucking
done.
Zionist pedophile.
Quiet, baby
Let
boy.
me moderate this.
Quiet,
Sorry,
baby
sorry,
boy.
it's okay. Look, Norma, when he's done, you can respond.
L, when I finish, then you can speak, okay?
Did you hear that, pedophile?
Quiet, baby boy.
Okay, I don't know what the pedophile claim, but let me just finish
I don't
my
know
point.
about the baby boy stuff either.
Yeah, I don't know. But look, they use the IPC metric. The IPC metric is the United Nations. Everybody can Google it. Just Google IPC. That was used by the 99 doctors. L, for some reason, doesn't know how to apply the principle of charity or read. Like, he thinks that if somebody says it's impossible to estimate the number of deaths, but a conservative estimates, he thinks they're contradicting themselves. Anybody with common sense understands what is being said is like you can't actually give like a proper number, but you can use parameters, some more liberal than the others, some other more conservative than others, and get to like an estimate numbers. It's going to be speculative, but it's going to be an inference with the best explanations.
Daniel,
And that's how
Daniel,
you
Daniel.
want to go through.
Do you have any issues with the United Nations metric?
I don't know what is the United. Hold on, I don't know what is the United Nations metric, but I'm asking, do you have like numbers, actual numbers of people that died of starvation now 16 months into the war? Can you give me a number?
Okay, Gary, finish and then ask.
Yeah, and this goes back to my initial point, because remember my initial point when he said, where do you get this 1 to 10 metric and so on, like an hour ago, and I said this is going to be a very difficult questions, because once you get to the nitty gritty of it, it's going to depend on like a number of it's going to depend on like a number of factors, including what kind of parameters you're going to apply and what you think is a reliable source of information or was not a reliable source of information. Now, the number that's using the IPC metric by the 99,000 doctors gets us to like a number 62,000. Now, what was appealed against this is the Colgat numbers. Now, the Colgat numbers is done by the IDF themselves. Now, the problem is if the Colgat numbers done by the IDF themselves are either compatible with the 62,000 deaths of famine. If that's the case, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant how many tons they've calculated. If it is incompatible, then we get like what's known in philosophy as like the modus ponens to your modus ponens is my modus tollens, which is what either the Colgat is biased and giving you the wrong numbers, or these other health organizations are biased and lying and give us the wrong numbers. And what's being done here is by what Daniel and El are doing, they're by defaulting to the IDF position.
No.
And that's what Daniel did. What Daniel did was he gave a study by whom? Who was this study done? It's a study done by whom? Who was the journal that he gave?
Oh,
I don't even know if he remembers.
Are you saying that everything that Israel is saying is a lie?
I thought I was gonna go after.
Israel is a lie.
I don't know why I was being muted.
After Gary.
I never said. The problem with like Daniel, I can say the sky is blue.
I don't care what the problem is with Daniel. I care for facts, not for your opinions about me.
Okay, Daniel, respond to
I thought I was going after Gary.
I was about to land the plane.
All right, I'd like to go after, as you said, Nuha.
The plane is landing.
Okay, Gary, hurry up then.
I'm gonna.
Norma.
I could say
Quiet
the sky
baby
is
boy.
blue, and Daniel's gonna. The problem is like when I say the sky is blue, Daniel hears the Holocaust never happened. I don't know what's wrong with Daniel's
Enough
hearing.
with this personal attacks. Just address the topic. Enough. Don't put my name.
Sorry, Daniel. The Holocaust did happen, Daniel. Just relax. What I was saying was.
I'm very relaxed. You just. I'm not the topic. Stop talking about me.
Daniel,
Talk
calm
to the
down.
talk, to the point.
Daniel, Habibi, calm down.
I'm
What I was
calm
saying
down
was-
and I don't listen. You don't
Gary,
even talk in
stop
the
trolling,
game.
Gary.
I do, okay? So just talk
What
to the
about
point.
the Zionist wave?
I'm not trying to troll, but
You
Daniel
cannot
keeps cutting me
control
off,
the
Daniel.
narrative, Daniel. This is not the fucking West Bank.
Sorry,
Wow,
relax.
he's. I think you need some help, sir. I think you're losing it.
You're talking about the
Gary,
numbers
you
that are
need to
Daniel,
tell
but-
Soren to relax, Gary.
Soren, please.
All right.
Soren, please
Go
calm
on,
down.
Gary. Go on,
And
Gary.
also, Daniel, also him.
Let Gary land.
Okay, I'm gonna land, but Daniel needs to relax so we can land the plane.
No, I'm not gonna let you.
Shut your
Listen,
mouth.
you're not my father. You're not gonna tell me what to do. You lost your chance. You lost your chance.
Gary,
Piece
stop
of
fucking
shit, Daniel.
No, he crashed. He crashed. No, he crashed.
I'm
You gave him a
sorry,
chance to talk and he chose to bash me.
You're missing.
You wanna talk to the
point?
point?
And you love
Gary,
me.
you love your
You love me bashing the app.
Gary, you lost your privilege. Daniel,
No, I'm gonna land the
you have
plane
the right to
now.
respond.
Wait,
Now,
Nuha, I wanted to go after Gary.
So go
One
before
second,
me.
I'm gonna land the
שלומי
plane.
פה, בוא נדבר עם שלומי.
Hold on, I'm gonna land the plane. I'm not gonna land it in all switch, I'm gonna land it somewhere else, but just let me land the plane, okay? Just give me 1 second. So what I was gonna say is like the Israeli Journal of Health Policy is also an extremely biased Israeli source, and the study there is relying exclusively on IDF data. That's what I was gonna say. Now you guys can go ahead and finish.
All right. First of all, the letter that you are quoting, which you don't have in front of you, but I do, does not say what you claim it says. I want to repeat that. This letter does not say what you say it says. That's number one. Number two, this letter includes no data. This letter says that, and I'm reading from the letter, it is impossible to accurately estimate how many Palestinians in Gaza have died since October 7th. This is the letter that you're quoting. This is not data. This is a speculation. Well, let me finish my sentence.
Well, wait,
This is a speculation.
Wait,
The letter that you were citing.
I have the letter in front of me. Wait, I don't see an impossible. Which link are you reading from? I have the letter in front of me.
Are
as
you
well.
lying again, pedophile?
Even
Are
if
you-
it says
Are you
that,
lying again,
Daniel,
I
pedophile?
am reading the
Are you
letter
lying
that
again,
you
you
are.
Where did you get the letter? Give the link. Because I'm reading the letter
I
too.
did the go. Okay, you want to go line by line with this letter?
Just give me the link.
No,
And I'll
it
follow
doesn't
you
even
line by line.
fucking matter, guys. Can you stop being pedantic? Even if the fucking letter says that, Daniel's claim is that 0 people have died as a result of starvation and famine.
Right.
So that's
And I told you how
I'm
the
very
data is
accurate,
making
Noah.
it in.
I just want what I said is 0 people
One
died out of
second,
lack
Al.
of
Just hold on. Al,
That
just
would
give
be
me where you're reading
starvation.
from. I'll read with you. Where are you reading from?
Okay, I'm literally reading the letter.
From your
you have
app.
the letter in front
Where
of
did
you.
you find the letter? Where did you find the letter? Did you pull it
Provide
from
the
your app?
link,
Where did you
Al,
find the letter?
but the-
Where did you find the letter, Al? Where did you find it?
Gary,
Can
calm
I address
down.
the point
Gary,
that
calm down.
Can I address the point that Gary made?
So there is no link.
Okay,
There's no
Daniel,
letter.
Soren, calm down.
Okay,
the floor
everybody
is
calm
yours.
down.
The floor
It
is
is WSWS.org.
no more. Just post the link. Daniel, you can speak.
Okay, well, I haven't finished. I'm in the middle of what I'm saying.
So
Like,
that's
your
what
point is
includes-
tangential. Like, we're trying to.
Well, no, I'm talking
You've got
about the
no
letter
point.
that this guy
You cannot
cited
back it
as
up.
a dispute. I'm quoting the letter that this guy cited. It is internally
Just post the
contradictory.
link. Post the link.
It has
from
no.
what
I
you're
will.
reading.
I will. It has. Hang on.
Noah,
Hang on.
can you-
Hang on. Stop yelling. I haven't.
Why don't you post the link?
Everybody, calm down. I am reading to you from the
Why
letter
don't we
from
don't
the
trust you?
99.
Post it together.
Post the link to the letter. What's wrong with you?
Gary, relax, relax, Gary.
This is the letter that Gary
Just post
cited.
it in a link. Post it
You
in.
don't have to repeat. You don't have to repeat.
Just
yourself.
do it. It's an order.
I heard. Okay. Are you
I
finished?
command
Do you need to be sent out of the room?
hijack the fucking stage.
Do you need to be sent out of the room, Puria?
I'm on stage.
Provided the link or you
Okay.
provided the
Okay.
link for me.
If you don't, I Okay, you're interrupting me by asking me for the link to the letter that you cited, which is dumb. We can go to the link in a second. I'm reading it from my laptop, okay? So just get, because I can talk on the phone on it.
So what? You
Don't
cannot
be
put
an
it in
idiot.
chat because you're reading from your laptop?
No,
Yes, that's right.
you
Okay,
text
everybody calm down.
Okay, let's
Everybody calm down. So this is this.
Finish your point.
I would like to.
Very
Yeah,
relaxed.
let him finish his point.
If Furia can't control himself, you can send him down.
Yeah, like, Furia, let him finish.
Okay.
Furia, let him finish.
Very relaxed.
No more. You can speak.
This is the very letter that you cited. I'll say it again. It is impossible to accurately estimate how many Palestinians in Gaza have died since October 7th. The current figure, and we can talk about it if you wish, is 41,000 and change, I believe. You can let me know if you have modified or adjusted information. The 41,000 is in stark contrast to the nonsense that there have been an additional 62,000 from malnutrition and disease, or what? It is not based on this, the thing that you said before, the way the United Nations estimates starvation. That's not in here. So you've mispresented. Finally, I want to go to the number of aid trucks. The number of aid trucks is being counted as it goes into Gaza. If you have, hang on. If you have, hang on.
Point one by
You
one.
can answer you can
one by
wait
one.
for questions at the end.
No, point one by one.
Questions
There's
at
no
the end.
question. Point one by one.
Questions at the end. Questions at the
There's
end.
no
Thank you.
question. We said point by
Questions
one.
at the end.
No
Thank
question.
you. The questions
So
at the end. The number of.
Okay, cool.
So I first have this read from the letter that this Gary cited. All right, I quoted it. I'm reading it from my laptop. You can pull it up as well. It's not that hard to find. Second, I'm telling you how many aid trucks have entered Gaza, according to the people who delivered the aid. Now, if you question the number of aid trucks that have been delivered to Gaza, all you have to do is provide an alternative figure. I estimated 2 million people in Gaza, counting the upwards of 200,000 who have left to Egypt, right, at $7,000 per head, which, by the way, is a figure of over $1 billion that they've somehow managed to pay to leave Gaza. So there seems to be money there. I've cited the video of the
How did you get that
hypermarkets.
number? $1 billion. 2,000 times 7,000 is $1 billion?
So what I did was, no, I said 200,000 times 7,000. Can you listen? Okay, you do the math on that one. 200,000 times 7,000 a head. You tell me what the number is. You have the number?
They left Gaza? How?
Wait, what's the number?
It's 1.4
You're-
billion.
1.4 billion. Thank you. That's one point. Yeah.
2,000.
No,
Where did you get that
200,000.
number from? Where did you get that
200.
number from?
Well, I'll give it to you. Oh, wait, don't keep interrupting me. That's the agreed upon number of people who've. I'll give it to you in a second. You just want to derail the thing. So that means they've come up with $1.5 billion to flee Gaza. And finally, I'm telling you how much aid was delivered. It's being internationally monitored. It's being counted. It's being photographed. If you have a different figure about how much aid has been delivered to Gaza, instead of saying, oh, we don't believe the Jews, go to Auschwitz, which is what Gary said, come up with another number. I'll listen to your data and look at your source. Okay? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Normo. I want to say also something to Gary. The sources that were...
Wait, hold on. Daniel.
It's Daniel's time.
I'm next.
4 hours.
Guys, just let Daniel speak.
Okay, so Gary, before there were like two sources that were given to you, Kogat and this Israeli, I don't remember what. And
The
your
study
claim...
just quotes Colgate. It's the same thing.
Can I speak, please? I listened to you and I didn't interrupt, okay? So, you were given like this study and the Kogat figures.
The study just relies on Colgate.
Oh my God, can you mute up? Can you take a piece of paper and write down whatever you want? Because I had a lot of things to say to you when you spoke a lot of bullshit and I held myself.
For like 3 hours.
Okay, so you see there's a little quietly?
Yeah, there's a little quiet down, Gary.
Shut up,
Okay, this is what's gonna happen. Daniel's gonna speak, and then we're gonna hear from Ali, and then from Gary.
Okay, so Gary, you were giving like this research, and you were given the Kogat numbers, and you basically your claim was Kogat is IDF, and this research is by Israel, so hence equals they're biased. I'm not sure why you make this claim and based on what, but you made it. Then, as a counter, you're talking about 99 doctors that came and make this whatever decision based on whatever calculation that they made.
A speculation.
And you didn't mention and I do see how sensitive you are to bias, because for you, someone that is Israeli is enough to claim that they are biased. So those 99 doctors are part of something called Medical Aid for Palestinians. Now, that doesn't mean that they are biased. What does make them biased is who Medical Aid for Palestinians is. Have you heard of them? It was founded by a person called Dr. Sui Ank Chai. And I can list you some of the comments that she made and other members, and I will jump to it, just give you just a few examples so you understand. Hold on. So she, for example, okay, there's a Dr. Majid, who is a deputy director. No, never mind. This is hold on, stop it. Okay, she's the founder. This is Sui. So she, for example, she promoted a video made by American white supremacist David Luke that was talking about that the Jews are allegedly trying to establish a pan-European neo-Nazi group. This is what she posted, and it goes on. I will not go into the details. In a 2011 interview in the BBC, she's saying that she's wearing a Hezbollah scarf, and she said that...
What is Hezbollah scarf? What is Hezbollah scarf?
Shut up. A question at the end.
You mother whore.
Soren,
relax. Scarf, you mother whore.
Soren, relax.
Soren, you're English. What is mother whore?
Corey, your English doesn't
What
make
is
sense when you get
Hezbollah scarf?
Take a nice breath.
What is the Hezbollah scarf?
This is not
What is the Hezbollah scarf?
It's not
What?
Guys, can I finish,
Why is it
please?
so hard for you to understand? Sorry. It's a scarf.
I had to do that.
Okay, so she said also, that, like I'm getting to the shocking point, she's from the Medical Aid for Palestinians. She said that the Palestinians were defending their camp through suicide bombing, and it's justified. She then tried, hold on, so we published okay, they published a video. Hold on, where is it? I will give you a second. It's really, like the list is so big. I will give you also some terrorist connections to the PFLP and to Hamas. Hold on. Terrorists, okay, terrorism. Map 2004, between 2013 to 2014, Dr. Majid served as the director of program, yada, yada, yada. And, okay, hold on. I'm trying to, I don't want to read everything to you, so I'm kind of skipping. You know what, I will put the link because it's really long. Basically, you will see the statements of the staff members, their activities throughout the last decade and a half at least. I see as early as beginning of 2000 and something. The videos that they publish, the royalties that they get for what kind of product, their fact-finding missions and what exactly are they meant to do, and their different statements. So they are not only very biased against Israel, they are haters of Israel. And you cannot say this about Kogat, which is actually the IDF arm that is facilitating humanitarian aid to the Palestinian and another research only because it has the word Israel in it. You're claiming that is biased. So I would like to understand from you, why did you call this research biased? Or why don't you believe the information coming from Kogat? And I want to remind you that unlike Hamas, we are being overlooked and we are being monitored, and Israel is a democracy, meaning that people can appeal and can get access to information. Not only this, all the numbers that Kogat is publishing, because of people like you, they also add videos and pictures, also from the other side of Gaza, showing hundreds of trucks waiting for months to be unpacked by the UN. So you can say that everybody is lying, but someone that is sitting with a piece of paper and making some calculation on the calculator and making 62,000, why not 78,000? Why not 203? Why? Because they just did times 3, not times 4. At the end of the day, we are 16 months into the war. We don't have actual physical evidence of people that are starving from lack of food. Not a single one. I saw images of children that were very sick because we knew that they are sick because before the war they already punished that they are sick and they tried to do fundraising. And when you see the pictures of those children, you see that they are surrounded by family members that are all fat. So if you would have such a 60,000 people that died of nutrition, I mean, use your critical thinking. Not a single fucking photo of one starving man or woman in this entire war. Does it make sense to you? Like, I understand that maybe everything is biased and everybody's lying, but use your common sense. 60,000 people that died of starvation, not a single image. How could it be? And not a single documentation of something like this happen. How could it be?
Like some accounting.
Can I speak now, or is more people gonna speak before you take
Ali's gonna speak.
I think it's supposed to be Gary and then Ali, right?
I think so too, but never mind. It's okay.
Yeah, I get it.
Go ahead, Ali.
I'm still waiting someone tell me what is Hezbollah, Scott.
Okay. So,
you mean kefir?
There's no such thing as
kefir. Is it a crime to have a kefir? They call it Hezbollah scarf?
Hezbollah is a terror organization, and Dr. Wong is working in the United Kingdom. He is a terror organization.
You've heard of that.
So supporting terrorism is a crime.
That's not a crime to have a kefir.
Supporting terrorism is a crime.
To have a kefir, Daniel. It's not a crime. Show me
I think you're confusing Arabs with Hezbollah.
I'm confusing.
Hezbollah is a Persian organization.
Kefir. Kefir is the Hezbollah scarf.
Arabs and Persians are different.
I didn't say kafir.
From the region.
Every single day.
I didn't say kafir. I didn't say.
Okay, what is Hezbollah?
I didn't say kafir. I didn't say kafir. It's the yellow.
What is Hezbollah scarf? Tell us.
It's the yellow flag around your fucking face or your neck. Okay, I didn't say
that's not a scarf.
Never mind.
That's a flag.
Soren, I actually have one. I can show you. I'll make it my profile picture right now. I have one.
Can I swing it?
Can we speak now, or are we gonna have
Does my Hezbollah scarf make my ass look big?
Somebody Hezbollah scarf. You fucking idiot, Daniel.
My Hezbollah scarf make my ass look big. Rabbi, anybody?
I wanna. Can I speak now?
No, it's Ali's turn.
I'm still waiting.
Ali, can you just finish your point?
Hey, Ali, speak.
Soren, it's a thing in my profile picture.
Oh my god.
Alright, great. Hold on. So, how do we feel about the Human Rights Watch? Are they an anti-Semitic group bent on destruction of Israel?
Sure, why not?
A World Health Organization? Alright, so, from one of the reports which I published in the chat a while ago, they said that the Gaza Health Ministry reported on April 1st that 32 people, including 28 children, had died of malnutrition. I know you guys don't believe in the Gaza Health Ministry. That's fine.
Well, they're Hamas. They're completely untrustworthy.
Okay, I know. Hold on.
Dead.
So don't whitewash them with Human Rights Watch. It comes from Hamas.
Aren't the interrupters going to be moved down? I thought that's what you just said. As normal, still on the stage.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna, from now on, zero tolerance.
Can I talk again? Or?
Yes.
This is from a Human Rights Watch report. So they later on say, earlier in March, World Health Organization officials found children dying of starvation in northern Gaza's Khan al-Adwan and Al-Wad hospitals. In southern Gaza, where aid is more accessible but still grossly inadequate, UN agencies in mid-February said that 5% of children under the age of 2 were found to be acutely malnourished. So, this was from last year. I'm just wondering, does that count as data, or does not count as data? Does World Health Organization count? Does Human Rights Watch count? I just wonder, where does the data have to come from for it to be, acceptable?
It's starvation, not lack of food. There are people that are sick and cannot process food. This is the boy that we see. I think his name was Gazen or something like this. Yes, they are starving, but not from lack of food. That was the point. there's enough food for the family to eat, but they don't get it, not because there is no food, because they cannot process food. So at the end, they die of starvation.
That's not how. No, that's not how it works at all.
Don't scroll. Just try.
How what works?
You guys have for too long.
Oh, way long.
Argument that they can't digest the food properly?
Yes, there are people that are sick and cannot digest food.
You understand?
I'm talking about there's a difference between.
Down for saying that, Pori?
I'm talking about
down again.
There's not having food, and then you starve because there is no food, and you can also starve because your body cannot process food. It's not the same thing. One is a disease, and another one is insanity.
I can tell you, that there is no way you can try to argue to me that around 5% of children under 2 somehow just can't process food.
No, I didn't say this. I didn't say this.
Yeah.
But that's what I just told you. I just told you.
That 5% of.
Okay, Gary, go on.
Yeah, there's like a lot of claims. I gotta see L guy. He made like a bunch of nonsense, and I gotta see the other guy.
So
first
what
thing he
was the
said,
nonsense? We can talk about it. What was the nonsense?
The first nonsense he said, he refused to give a link to the letter, and he said the letter says impossible. Here's a link to the letter.
I said, yeah.
Letter.
Okay.
Remember what he said. Remember what he said.
So I didn't say any nonsense. I just read you from the letter that you cited. It is impossible to accurately estimate how many pounds is on that side.
The letter. 1 second, no, I want you to be the judge here. I posted the letter in the chat. Can you find the sentence he just uttered? That is impossible to estimate. Can you find that anywhere in the letter? I posted the link to the letter in the chat.
I'm reading to you from the letter from the 99 healthcare workers. I assume it's the same letter. You think there were 2? An open letter to the White House.
I posted the letter. I can't find the sentence.
An open letter to the White House by 99 healthcare workers documenting the crimes of genocide in Gaza. Is that what you're referring to, or something different?
Yeah, where does it say impossible?
I'm asking you, is that the letter?
That's the letter I'm reading from now. Yeah, the sentence.
Okay, an open letter to the White House by 99 healthcare workers documenting the crimes of genocide in Gaza, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. October 4th, 2024 from, this happened to be, I found it on the World Socialist website. That they cited the letter. That's where I found it.
Okay, I just skimmed through the entire letter. There's nothing of that, so.
There's no sentence there. The sentence here doesn't even exist. I don't know what L got
I'm sorry, I'm literally reading to you from the, there were also some appendices.
I posted the letter is in the chat.
There were some appendixes to the letter.
I read the appendices as well. There's nothing there.
Wait a second. You read the appendices in 1 second?
Bro, I'm a lawyer. What do you mean? I can skim read.
What I mean is that you didn't read the appendices.
Genuinely,
so just to be clear, what L said, just like what L said doesn't exist. That was like a fiction of his mind. Now going back to the other guy.
So now, will you stand on your head and spit nickels when I post the letter?
I just posted the letter. It's in the chat.
No. Listen again. Will you stand on your head and spit nickels when I post this letter? And they're real out. Yes? Gary?
Venus, it's not even controversial. Like, okay,
Gary, will you stand on your head and spit nickels when I post the letter?
I posted if you post. No, L, I tell you what, I asked you earlier to post the link, you didn't post the link. I went to research it, I found the letter, it's not there. I'm not gonna spit no nickels or anything. Post the letter and
But wait, why are you being so pedantic about this? It's actually it's a correct statement, even if it's not in the letter. It's not a big deal.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
let me make the point. The problem is he's hyper focusing on the verbatim part of the letter. He's not interpreting in a charitable way. But the problem is I can't even find the sentence in the letter.
It's weird because